Hello all, welcome to Selenium Python Training Series. In this session, I am going to explain about Selenium Grid and I am going to show you how to implement it with detailed practical demonstration. So let's get started. Before I practically demonstrate how to implement Selenium Grid and all in the Selenium Python automation and all, okay, I'm going to first explain what exactly is Selenium Grid. What is Selenium Grid first of all? So what is the purpose of the Selenium Grid? What is Selenium Grid? Okay, I'm going to answer that. So to answer that, I'll take you to this web page. I'll open this website page in any of the browser here. And once you are taken to this page, you can see this is what is Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid will contain some hub and nodes. I'll explain. Okay, first I'll explain the purpose of the Selenium Grid so that you'll understand this diagram later. Let's say this is your laptop. And without Selenium Grid, you only will have this laptop. Okay, remaining part, this part will not be there. Only this laptop part will be there. And if you are running your automation scripts without the Selenium Grid configuration here, your scripts are going to run only in your laptop. No matter how many scripts are there, all the scripts will run only in your laptop. What if I will connect my laptop to multiple devices like this, okay? I'll connect my laptop to some devices like Mac machine. One Mac machine will be connected to this laptop in the network. A Linux machine got connected, okay? A Windows machine or multiple Mac machines, Linux machines and Windows machines got connected. Not only machines, but also the devices like Apple devices and Android devices also got connected to this laptop. Now, when you run your automation scripts, instead of running all your automation scripts in the same laptop, if you want the scripts to get distributed across, okay? If you want your scripts in this laptop, instead of running them in the same laptop, the scripts need to get distributed across multiple devices and machines that are connected to this laptop over the network, and they have to run on the respective devices and machines. How that is possible? Okay, instead of running your automation scripts on your own machine, rather you'll connect some different machines and devices to this laptop, and when you run the scripts on this laptop, the scripts need to get distributed across multiple machines and devices, and they have to run on them, okay, on the different stuff. So how the scripts can be distributed over the network onto the different machines and devices and run there, that is possible with the help of the grid. That's the purpose of the grid. The purpose of the Selenium Grid is to distribute your automation scripts, okay, onto the different machines that are connected in the network to your machine, okay, to your machine, whatever the device or machines that are connected, right? Grid will distribute that automation scripts over that connected things. So this is what is grid is. So the main two terminologies you have to understand as part of grid is, one is hub, other one is node. Okay, hub and node. So we'll configure hub and node. Okay, so nodes are nothing but we generally configure nodes on the devices or machines where you want to run your scripts after distribution over the network. Okay, those are the nodes. The scripts will run on the nodes. And what is hub? Hub will run hub or launch hub. The purpose of the hub is not to run the scripts, rather the purpose of the hub is to distribute the scripts, okay? From this laptop, whatever the automation scripts are there, they will get instructions to run, but they will not be running here, okay? Instead, the hub will collect these scripts that need to be run and distribute them across multiple machines or devices that are connected to this laptop, okay? And hub will distribute, that's it. But the scripts are going to run on these nodes, okay? So nodes need to be configured in these machines and devices, and by configuring nodes or launching nodes in every machine or device that is connected to our laptop, okay, the scripts will run on the nodes, okay? Only where the nodes are launched, Selenium Grid nodes are launched, the scripts will run on those devices and machines only, okay? And where the hub is launched, the hub will collect the scripts that need to be run and distribute them across multiple machines which have nodes configured. So hope you got some concepts of hub and node, okay? And all those stuff, what is Selenium Grid, why it is required, what is the purpose and all, okay? That's what you need to know. Okay, before we go for the next topic. So what is Selenium Grid is clear for you. Now, the theoretical part is done, and few more theoretical topics are there. Okay, there is older version of Selenium Grid and the latest version of Selenium Grid. Now, Selenium Grid 4 is the latest, as when I'm recording this session and all, right? Selenium Grid 4 is the latest. But what is the difference between the older Selenium Grid? Earlier, whatever the Selenium Grid used to be there, how it is different from the latest, whatever we are going to use now, I'm going to show you. So in the older, only one mode used to be there, okay? Only there is one mode to set up this Selenium Grid to distribute the automation scripts across different nodes and run them, right, with the help of hub and all. Only one mode is there, that is called as hub and node mode, okay? There will be one hub as I have shown in the diagram, right? This is the older one. Okay, this is also there in the latest also, but there are other types also. Okay, apart from this model, there are other models also, but in older Selenium Grid, only this model was there. Okay, this model is not only there in the older, but also there in the latest Selenium Grid also. But this was the only one that was available in the older. Okay, one mode, that is hub and node mode, was there in the older Selenium Grid. So there are two components here. One is hub, one is node. You already understood what is hub and what is node here, right? Hub will distribute the automation scripts, where node configured machines and devices will run the scripts, okay, over the network. Hub is for distribution, node is to run the scripts. So these are the two components we have in order to run your automations scripts by distributing them across multiple machines, right? We have to configure and launch hub, and also we have to configure and launch node on multiple machines and devices on the network where you can run your automations. Okay, that's what is the purpose. But hub is for hub we generally configure on this laptop itself, configure and launch on the laptop itself, and the responsibility of the hub is to collect this automation script that need to be run and distribute them across the machines where nodes are configured. Okay, like that. That is called as hub by node. These are the only two components we used to have in the older version. But what is the difference between the latest and older version? In latest version, we have three modes. Here only one mode is there, that is hub and node mode. But in the latest version, we have three modes. One of them is hub and node, but apart from the hub and node, we have standalone and distributed mode. Okay, there are three modes here: standalone, hub and mode, already there here in the older version. The same mode is also there in the latest Selenium Grid, but it's only one of the mode. Apart from this hub and node mode, which is there in the older version, we also have in latest version, we can also have standalone mode and distributed mode. Okay, I'll explain more about this standalone, distributed, and all those stuff. Okay, in this session. First, let's go with the standalone mode. In standalone mode, okay, it's a union of all the components of Selenium Grid and all. Okay, I'll explain more about the components of Selenium Grid. In the latest version of Selenium Grid, here only two components were there, right? Here, in the latest version of Selenium Grid, only two components are there, that is hub and node mode. Okay, so but hub and node are the two components in the older, but in the latest there are many components. What are the different components we have? Router, distributor, node, session map, session queue, event bus. So here simple terms, if I have to explain, here only two components are there, hub and node. But in the latest, there are more components. That means node is still there here, but hub is broken down into multiple components. You see, instead of hub, we have this is broken down into multiple components in the latest Selenium Grid, that is router, distributor, session map, session queue, and event bus. I'll explain more about these components in a while. Okay, don't worry about that. So that's what. Okay, these are the many components we have. Now, coming to the latest version of Selenium Grid, we have the standalone mode, hub and node mode, and distributor. Coming to the standalone mode, it's a union of all components of Selenium Grid. Okay, we don't have to run these different components separately. We don't have to configure router. We don't have to configure distributor. We don't have to configure node. We don't have to configure Selenium map separately. Selenium queue, event bus, we don't have to configure. Okay, so union of all components of Selenium Grid. Standalone is a union. Okay, only one thing will be there, and that will run all the components of Selenium Grid, including node and all this hub broken down components like router, everything will run at a go. Okay, if you want to run all the components of Selenium Grid in a single machine, for example, here in the diagram, there is one single machine, right? The same machine, if you want to configure hub and node, this machine itself is a hub, is configured as hub, and this machine is only configured as node. Okay, that means the scripts will run in the same machine. There may be some situations where you need the standalone mode, where you don't want to run your automation scripts across multiple machines and all, but rather you want to configure with the help of Selenium Grid if you want to run, but still your automation scripts should run in the same machine. In that case, we generally go with the standalone mode. And so I'll make these things kind of practical and all. Okay, so Java is required to run the below commands. Okay, so Java is required to run the below commands. If you don't have Java and all, right, you cannot take advantage of Selenium Grid. Okay, for Selenium Grid to launch and configure and launch and run, right, for that we need this Java as a prerequisite software. Okay, so in my machine already Java is installed. Okay, latest LTS version of Java is installed. JDK some 17 LTS version got installed in my machine. You can have any LTS version in your machine. You have to install and configure it. After installing the Java, right, you have to go to the environment, edit system environment variables, and we have to add Java underscore home. That process you may know, right? Here, I'll show you otherwise. Okay, and go to the control panel and first see whether you have Java software installed in your machine or not. Click on that. and click on uninstall a program and select J here. Java AC development kit 17 is there. Okay, this JDK 17 LTS version. You have installed it. After installing, you have to configure edit system environment variables. Okay, if you go to this and click on advanced and click on environment variables, right here, we have to make sure that you have Java underscore home here. See whether we have Java underscore home. No, right? We don't have Java underscore home. Better to add it. Click on new and write down Java underscore home. Okay, if this configuration is not there, you have to do. Here we have to give the path of the Java. Click on this folder. Go to the drive, and after that go to the program files. In that you'll find Java folder. In that you'll find JDK, whatever the JDK version I installed. Copy this. This is the Java home. Copy this and come back here and paste it and say okay. Java underscore home is there. Now find the path. Select and click on edit. Here you see whether you have this Java bin till bin folder. We should have the Java but it's not there. So what I'll do is I'll go inside the bin folder, copy this till the bin folder. I'll copy and come back here and just click on new and paste it. That's it. Say okay. Say okay. Now Java is also configured. So for this Selenium Grid to work, right, first we have to have Java. Okay, I'll explain all these modes or 3 modes of latest Selenium Grid. Old one is not, you don't have to worry much. Just for understanding what is the difference between older and latest versions of Selenium Grid. In older version, there are only one mode, that is hub and node. This hub and node are the 2 components we used to have. But in the latest, we have 3 modes, not just 1 mode. We can run the Selenium Grid in 3 modes, in 3 ways you can say. In standalone way, where hub and node will be on the same machine. So if you want hub on one machine and node on a different machine or multiple nodes on different machines, then the second will work out. Okay, second way is working out. There's a possibility that Selenium Grid has given us where you can set up hub and node in the same machine. Okay, you can set up Selenium Grid by having hub and node on the single machine itself. Okay, the scripts will run there itself in the same machine. But they have given the flexibility, this kind of flexibility, where hub and node can be part of the same machine. Whereas hub and node is there where hub will be one that your laptop where your automation scripts will be there, where node will be different machines where you want to run machines or devices where you want to run your automation scripts, right? This is same as the older Selenium Grid. Now there is one more mode, that is distributed mode. So it will give you a lot of flexibility. I'll tell you more about the distributed mode later, but for now we are in the standalone mode. And other thing we understood is in the Selenium Grid 4, we don't have just 2 components. We have different components like node and hub is broken down into multiple components like router, distributor, session map, session queue, and event bus. Okay. So when we go to the distributed mode, right, these components will be of more use for us. Okay, to understand. Now first, let's go with the standalone mode where we are going to set up Selenium Grid latest version on a single machine where the machine will act like a hub and the same machine will act like the node. Okay. To make that happen, first we should have Java installed in our machine, not only for the standalone, but also for hub, node, and distributed. Everything requires Java here. Okay. You have to install and configure in the way I have just now shown. After that, we have to download Selenium server jar file and driver residue for the different browsers. I'll show you how to do that. Here I'll type selenium.dev and I'll go to the downloads. After going to the downloads, here you see the first one is Selenium server. In the brackets we have grid. This is what is Selenium Grid. And here latest stable version when I'm recording this session is 4.9.0. Just click on that, whatever the latest version. It will get downloaded like this. Selenium server means Selenium Grid only with some version. Okay. So let it download. Let's wait for it to get downloaded completely. You can see it got downloaded now. Let's go to the location where it got downloaded. So now create a folder, let's say. You can create this folder anywhere in your machine. I'll just say Selenium Grid files like this. Okay. And cut from here and paste it here. Okay. So apart from that, I'm going to download other stuff like drivers. Okay, for different browsers, there are different drivers available. Again, you have to go to the same location, selenium.dev downloads, and scroll down until you see some section known as browsers. So in my project, I am using 3 browsers, that is the Edge browser, Firefox browser, and Chrome browser. So I would like to download the drivers for the Chrome, Firefox, and Edge for now. I'll click on this under Chrome. We have documentation. Click on that. You'll be taken to this page and click on downloads. You'll be taken to another page. Current release is there. First, let's check the browser version of the Chrome. Click on this and say help and say about cool Chrome. Let's see what is the version I'm using. 112 point something. Okay. Here you see 112 point something is there. Click on this Chrome driver. The version should match. The Chrome driver version should match with the Chrome browser version. Okay. So is it downloading? So here, once we click on this link, right, it has taken us to this page where you see for Windows only 32-bit is there. Click on that. Okay. Since my machine is Windows, I have to download this. If I had Windows 64-bit, 64-bit, I would have downloaded that. But for now, they are only providing 32-bit. That also works in 64-bit machine. That's okay. So I have downloaded the Chrome driver. Zip file came. I have to extract that. Right click, extract all. Click on extract. Once you extract that, copy this Chrome driver.exe file and go back. And in the folder, whatever you created, Selenium Grid files, paste it. Okay. Now you got Chrome driver.exe. Along with that, you'll also download the other drivers. That is, I'll go to selenium.dev and then go to the downloads and go to the browser section again. And here we have Firefox. Click on documentation. Here one table is there. Which version I have to download for Geeko driver? For Firefox, we have Geeko driver. Okay, for Chrome browser, we have Chrome driver only. But for Firefox, they are not calling it as Firefox driver. They are calling it as Geeko driver. That's okay. Which version of Geeko driver I have to download? So for that, here we have to see. Since we are in Selenium Python, right? We are using Selenium Python. So here there is one version 3.14 or above. My version is more than 4 actually. Since 4 is already greater than 3.14, you don't have to think much. This version is suitable, but that's not the only check. You also have to check the version of the Firefox. That should be minimum 102, maximum can be anything. So I have to check my browser, Firefox browser version. Click on the Firefox browser, launch the Firefox browser, and we'll check the browser version of Firefox now. Once I show you the standalone mode, right, you'll understand remaining things very easily. Okay, there's nothing much. So go to this and here say help and say about Firefox. You'll get the version of the Firefox 112.0. But here, go to the table again. Go to the table. 102 is less than 112. It can be maximum. It can be anything. So we can choose this latest version of Geeko driver. Click on the Geeko driver releases here. And here on the top, we have the latest version 0.33.0. Scroll down and here we get the links to download. Okay, so I would like to download the Windows 64 because they are giving Windows 64. I'll click on this. So it's getting downloaded. Now once the zip file gets downloaded, right click show in folder, extract that zip file, extract all, click on extract. The extracted folder, you will get geekodriver.exe file, copy that exe file, go back and put that inside the Selenium Grid files, paste it. Okay. Similarly, you can get the Edge driver. Okay. Similarly, you can get the Edge driver again. Type selenium.dev and go to the downloads. Scroll down, go to the browsers, click on Edge, and you'll be taken to this web page. Now you have to find out the Edge browser version in your machine. Click on that. Click on this. Help about Microsoft Edge. Once you say about Microsoft Edge, right? Checking for updates is coming here. 1 minute. So what is the version? 112 point something is there. We have to go to this and say 112. We have to find that 112. 112 point something. Okay, we can go with the whatever that is latest is there for now. Generally, it should match. The subversions also should match. But if it's not matching, if there's no other way, I will go with whatever that is latest. Okay, click on this 64-bit. It's downloading, but in real time, we should exactly match the browser version. Okay. But if the browser version is not exactly matching, then you can try to download the nearest one. That's the only way, right? It got downloaded. Okay, open file. Zip file got downloaded already. So let's go to this. Where is the zip file? This one, extract this and you'll get the edgedriver.exe file. Once you get the MS Edge driver, go back and put that inside the Selenium Grid files. Now, after pasting it here, now go back and put keep only this folder. Remaining all folders you can delete. There's no use, right? So why to get confused and all? I'll just remove all the stuff. These things also I'll remove. So also it's not required. Now we have this Selenium Grid files folder with all the required things like Selenium Grid jar file, and drivers for different browsers we have. Okay, if you don't have the drivers, you'll get some problem guys in the next step. So better to have the Selenium Grid jar file. Along with that, you should have the driver files. If none of these things are there, you'll get some problems. Okay. At least one driver should be there. Okay, driver executable should be there for one browser, and Selenium Grid jar file should be there. Now select this and type cmd, and now from this folder where these driver files are put and the Selenium Grid jar file is put, right? Now type java -jar. This command, if you want to run, you should have Java installed in your machine. That's why we have installed Java in our machine and configured it. Java -jar, we have to now give the name of this Selenium server, that is a Selenium -server 4.9.0.jar. If you just directly press enter, right, it will give you different options for running the Selenium Grid. Okay, intentionally I am giving this command, and after this jar I have to mention standalone, some kind of things I have to mention, but I'm not mentioning. And I press enter without mentioning, right, it will give you a list of commands available. You see, you can mention node, you can mention hub, you can mention standalone, sessions, like that. Okay, and after this command you can mention any of these commands. Fine, anyhow, no need to worry much. Now what I will do here is I'm going to demonstrate the standalone mode. How to run the Selenium Grid, how to set up the Selenium Grid in standalone mode. Same way, okay? Close this again. And from the same location, type cmd here. The command prompt will launch at the same location, that is at this path itself. Download Selenium Grid files. And here we have to run the command java -jar Selenium -server 4.9.0.jar, if I remember. And after this, you have to give one command. Okay. What is that command for standalone mode? If you want to set up the Selenium Grid in standalone mode or run the Selenium Grid in standalone mode, so after this command, you have to give one keyword that is called a standalone keyword. You see, this one we have already typed. After this, you have to give standalone so that Selenium Grid will launch in which mode? Configured and launch in standalone mode. That means we are configuring the hub and node in the same machine. Hub and node are part of the same machine. The scripts will run in the same machine. So here standalone. Okay, now press enter. Selenium Grid will start. This is a command for starting the Selenium Grid in which mode? Standalone. Okay. Okay. You see, Microsoft Edge got added because three drivers we have put, right? So three adding Edge for Edge options. Okay. Then Chrome for Chrome options, Firefox for Firefox options. Once you run this Selenium Grid, once the Selenium Grid is running, right, you can do one thing. There is one URL actually. I don't know where exactly that is. I'll find it out. Yeah, here it is. It is there. After running this, you have non-UI version. You can say localhost :4444 status. Okay. So here I'll write down tp : localhost :4444 / what is the one? Status. Type status here and press enter. You see this kind of JSON text will come. This is a non-UI version. What it is saying, Selenium Grid is now ready. It's running actually, okay? And how many, the node information is also coming. You see, node information is also coming. So, but this one is JSON. So it's better to have a UI version that is more better than this JSON version. What is the UI version? For UI version, you have to add, you have to remove the status thing, okay? Only up to 4444 we should put. Just remove the status, it will become the UI mode. Just press enter, you'll get the UI mode, okay? You can visually see what's there, okay? You see, there is one node, right? This is what is a node, okay? Hub is nothing but this one. And in that, there is one node here. The node is running here on this machine, having this IP address and the port number, the node is running. And you see, there is a vacancy of 8 browsers in Chrome to run the automation scripts. I can run in 8 open instances and 8 vacancies. How many slots are there for running your automation scripts? 8 plus 8 plus 8, 24 are there. Okay, total 24 are there. So here, none of the automation scripts are currently running though. Okay, but this is what is a node. Okay, this is what is a node. If I close this, right, if I have not started Selenium Grid here, you would have got some unable to reach out or some kind of error you should get, okay? But once the Selenium Grid is running here in whatever the mode, it may be standalone or hub and node mode or the other mode that is distributed mode, right? Any of these modes, right, you'll get this kind of page, okay? Where this box is nothing but the node information. Only one node is there, okay? Like that. So if you run your automation scripts from Selenium Python, right, the scripts need to run on this particular node, okay? So what I will do here is I'll just go to this one of the projects, Selenium Python hybrid framework project with PyTest I created in one of the previous sessions, right? That framework project I took. So in that, here we have the individual test Python files. I'll go to the conftest.py file. I'll open the conftest.py file where we have this kind of fixture methods. Okay, here one of the fixture method is setup and tear down. Here we have to change this code a bit. We should not be having webdriver.chrome and all those stuff. So we need to update this code. How to update this code? In order to update that code, we have to take the help of, okay, this will not help us in running your automation scripts on the Selenium Grid. For this Selenium Python script to run on the Selenium Grid, here we have to update this fixture method a bit. Okay, this is not the correct way. We should not be writing webdriver.chrome, webdriver.firefox. This should not be the case, okay? Rather, we have to write in a different way where here I'll say something known as desired cap is equal to none, I'll say, okay? And now here I'll writing, instead of writing webdriver.chrome, right, we have to write something with the help of desired capabilities, we can write, I'll say desired capabilities. So desired, 1 minute. I think it's already imported here, but generally it won't be there. Okay, when it is not there, how does it look? It will give you some error. Over the mouse and import this from Selenium. After that, click on dot and you can select Chrome and say dot copy. Okay, if the browser is mentioned as, if your scripts need to run on the Chrome browser, right? Then this is not required. Driver is equal to webdriver.chrome is not required. Remove that. Okay, it should be desired capabilities.chrome.copy and it's going to return you some object and use this is object reference. Okay, is equal to done. But if the browser is Firefox, in that case, instead of this line, we are going to write same desired capabilities dot. We have Firefox here. Say dot copy again, and it should also return you this desired cap. Based on the browser, we are assigning a desired cap here. Here also desired capabilities dot edge is there dot copy. It should return you this desired cap. Just paste it here. Done. So these three items are done. Once you set the desired capabilities, right, where we are going to use this desired cap based on the browser selected, either this desired capability or this desired capability or this desired capability will be decided. That's okay. But where we are going to use this desired cap, I'll tell you. Here after this, I'll write down WebDriver dot something known as remote. Use circular brackets. Now press enter. Now press enter. Now in this, you have to give something. What is that something? I'll cover. Here I have documented it. Just give me a second. Where here at the end, I guess. Yeah, here. So we have to give this in remote, we have to give command executor. Okay, just type command. You get that? Command executor is equal to, then you have to give this URL. Okay, just give this URL. So here http:// here hub IP. What is the hub IP? Where is this hub running? It's running here. You see, you can clearly see the IP address, right, where the hub is running. So you see here this machine's IP address. You can find it. Switching node, added node, started Selenium standalone at this. Okay, this is a hub. So 192.168.0.108. Okay, that you give here. The simple nothing but the IP address of this machine kind of stuff where the hub is running 192.168.0.8. Right, that's the correct now. Yeah, done. At 4444 here also 4444 is there. You can see that. That's it. At the end you have /w the /hub. That's okay. This part is good. Comma. But the next one, we have to write this. Otherwise, if you don't mention this code, right? If you don't modify this setup and tear down fixture here with this desired capabilities and this webdriver.remote thing, then your scripts are not going to run on the Selenium Grid. Okay. So this is a part of the Selenium Grid only, whatever we are doing. Now go back. There's a few more things that you have to add apart from the command executor. We have desired capabilities. Now, whatever the desired capability we have set here, either for Chrome or Firefox or Edge, based on the type of the browser where you are running your automation script, this desired cap you have to pass. So here I will write desired capabilities is equal to this particular desired cap. Okay, it will decide the browser and all. Then that's it. This is not required. Okay, you can ignore this. I will remove from here. It's not compulsory. Okay, done. This part is done. And now this remote will return you the driver. Driver is equal to, you have to say. The driver will be used here. That's it. Anything else I have to do? I don't think so. Everything is fine now. Okay. These what are the changes you have to do in the setup and tear down fixture of this framework project. Once this is done, your scripts are going to run on the Selenium Grid now. Okay. Now run the scripts. Now Selenium Grid is set up in your machine in which mode? Selenium Grid is set up in your machine in standalone mode. Your already Selenium Grid is running and you have already checked here the status where one node is there. Okay. You can again check if you want. Press enter and check. The /UI also you can do. There is one node. This box is coming means there is one node. If there is no node, that means this box will not come. Okay. So there is one node open where in Chrome browsers we can run the scripts, Firefox or Edge browser in this node machine. That is Windows. The same machine is nothing but the node there, right? Hub and node is same in machine. Okay. This Windows, this Chrome, this Firefox, this Edge. Otherwise, so here I'll simply say PyTest to run the scripts. I'll say PyTest, and under the test package, we have different login register search. I'll go with the search test underscore search.py. I'll say and press enter. So collected 3 scripts will run. Just go to the sessions and see if there are any sessions. Concurrency 0%. The scripts need to start running for that. Why it's taking so much of time? Let's wait. Make everything fine now. Browser, desired cap. Okay, Chrome copy file. Okay, and desired cap we gave. I think it should work fine. I'll say Control C here just to stop this. Control C and run it again. I'll run it again otherwise. Okay. I'm interrupting intentionally here and I'll run the scripts again. PyTest under the test package. Test underscore search.py. Press enter again. Let's see this time. It should launch the browser and all, but I'm not seeing anything. So the remaining browsers I'll close. Okay. Let's wait. If any error will come, I'll let you know. Okay, looks like there was a temporary glitch or something. I just updated this URL, nothing much. I just typed it again. Earlier I copy pasted, right? So maybe that was the reason why it was not working. So I just updated this URL. Okay, I just typed it manually again. Okay, so let me try that now. I'll say PyTest under the test package. Test underscore, what is that? Test underscore search dot py. Okay, press enter. 3 items. Now scripts are running, you see. I just removed that and typed it manually. Okay, that's it. Scripts are running, and meanwhile you can go back here and see is that UI ring. You see some session 2. Something is going on here. Some sessions are going on, right? This proves that something is running on the node. Okay, that proves that on the Selenium Grid node the scripts are running. One session still going on. Oh, I don't know. Have the scripts got completed? Let's see. Yeah, one failed to pass. That's okay. Intentionally one got failed anyhow. Sessions. So yeah, one session is still running, it seems, or I don't know why it's running still. But that's how it works. Okay, that's how it works. On the node machine, the scripts are running. This proves that on the node machine, the scripts are running. Here also you can see something. Releasing slot, assigning slot. That means on the node machine, the scripts were running where it was the node was assigned, slot was assigned, and after that script got run, node got released. Okay, this proves that in Selenium Grid standalone mode, we are able to run the automation scripts. Similarly, there are other modes. Okay, so if you understand the standalone mode, how to run and all, the same code will be there. You're not going to touch this Selenium Python code. Okay, Selenium Python code you don't have to touch. That is going to be same. But the modes, you have to understand different modes. This mode is same as the older mode, where you have to launch hub in a separate way, separately, and node also separately. In standalone mode, with a single command, both hub and node got configured in the same machine. Same machine will become the hub, same machine will become the node. But in hub and node, you have the flexibility of having one machine as a hub and other machines as a nodes. Or you can also make the same machine also as hub and node by launching both and hub and node in the same machine. You can do that. But I'll close this command prompt because I'm going to now run this Selenium Grid in second mode, that is hub and mode. Okay, standalone mode, already close the command prompt where the Selenium Grid has started in standalone mode. Now I'm going to start the Selenium Grid in hub and node mode. Okay, the second mode. So if you want to run hub in one machine and node in other machine, generally we choose this mode. Okay, if you want to run both hub and node in the same machine, we go to the standalone mode. But if you want to run hub in one machine, node in other machine, we'll use hub and node mode. But I don't have multiple machines will be with me. Okay, with me I don't have multiple machines to show you how to run hub in one machine and node in one machine. Okay, I cannot do that. So I'll make the same machine as hub and node. Okay, but I'll first launch hub in the same machine, and I'll make this node separately by launching node in the same machine. Okay. So hub is a union of the following components. Okay. There are a lot of components, you see. Selenium Grid 4 hub is a when you launch hub, right? When you launch hub, automatically internally you are launching router, distributor, session map, new session queue, and event bus. Okay. These are the things. How the scripts are distributed across multiple nodes with the help of this following components, which together will form hub. Okay, but here you don't have to run this router, distributor, session map. You don't have to one by one launch it. Okay, or start them. You don't have to start this individual components. Rather, if you launch this hub component, automatically they will be launched. Okay, start hub using this is a command you have to follow. So here, go to the location where we have put that Selenium Grid jar file. Go to the downloads. There was one folder right in my machine. So you go to there, and here we have Selenium server, that is Selenium Grid related jar file, CMD, presenter. You'll get the command prompt. In that, type Java hyphen jar Selenium hyphen server hyphen 4.9.0 dot jar. And here, instead of giving standalone, you are going to give what? Hub. Okay, or just hub you are going to give. You see, when I refresh here, since no Selenium Grid is run, you see, the site can't be reached. Selenium Grid is not running here, right? I have to run this command to set up the Selenium Grid in hub and node mode. Then only this URL is going to work. At this moment, this URL is not working. Site can't be reached is coming. But when I launch hub, we will see that. Okay, first we'll launch hub. We'll make this machine as a hub first of all with the help of Selenium Grid. Press enter. See what's happening. Hub started should come. As I mentioned, you right, hub is a combination of these different individual components. You just don't have to start them individually. Rather, you just start this up. They will be started automatically. Okay. Event bus is ready. Sockets are ready. Then let's see. This is Selenium Hub started at this IP 192.168.0.128. Selenium Hub already started. That's it. Now we have to start the node in the same machine. Actually, we generally start this node in the different machine, but since I don't have multiple machines, I'm going to start the node in same machine. How? Again, go to this folder without disturbing this hub command prompt. Go to the same location. Type CMD again. One more command prompt will launch. Now we have two command prompts, 1 and 2. The second command, new command prompt, what I'm going to do in the new command prompt is, here I'm going to type Java hyphen jar Selenium hyphen server hyphen 4.9.0 dot jar space, I'll say node. I have to give node. In place of hub, we have to give node. Press enter, the node will start here. You see, say started Selenium node 4.9.0 at this location. In the same machine, it got started. Now refresh here. You see, you got this node displayed, right? Now if I close this node, just refresh here. This in a while it will come. Still, it's coming up. This is hub. How the node is coming. Let me close and say, what is that command we have to use? Find the status and all. We have to run this command. Localhost status. I'll go there. Paste it. Remove that. Okay, somehow it's coming though, even though it's not there. Let me close everything. Refresh. You'll not get anything. You see, site can't be reached is coming. Now what I'll do is again I'll go here and run the command cmd. So first I'll run java -jar selenium -server dot 4.9.0 dot jar. Only hub I am launching. Sorry. The problem. Selenium -server. Any mistake I have done? Here hyphen should be there. I gave dot. Hyphen 4.9.0 dot jar base hub. Now once the hub is started, we'll refresh this page. Okay, before the hub started, site can't be reached is coming. Once I start the hub here, let's refresh the page and see what's happening. Started a hub. Come back here and refresh. You see, the grid has no registered nodes. There are no nodes actually. Only hub is there, but nodes are not there. To launch the nodes, in standalone, both hub and node will automatically come with a single command, that is standalone command. But in hub and node mode, you have to separately launch hub, separately launch node. So here I'm launching, after launching the hub, right? I'm launching node now. Selenium -server 4.9.0 dot jar space node press enter. Now we are launching node. Earlier there was no node. Now when I'm launching node, so once the node starts here, started Selenium node. Now refresh here this page, you'll get the node. You see, you got the page node. This part is a node. On this node, the scripts will run. Okay. Still, we are configuring hub and node in the same machine. Instead of doing that, you can actually go with standalone, because the same machine, if you are having hub and node, means that is called a standalone, right? Why do I have to type two commands? I don't have to run two commands here, right? Simple shortcut is standalone. It will launch hub and node with a single command. But here, there's flexibility of launching hub and node separately. So by running this hub and node, instead of mentioning standalone in this command at the end, you have to run hub, you have to mention hub and node. Okay. Fine. So run the scripts and see whether this in this mode the scripts are running on this whether the scripts are running on this hub and node mode or not. The second mode of Selenium Grid. By test package test underscore search dot py. Okay. Why I'm choosing this test search is because there are only three scenarios. I mean three tests inside this test search. So I'm just choosing that. The scripts are running. You see, and you can also see this node where you see in this node the script is running. This node, the script is running for the sessions and see. No queues. I think it's second one is running, I guess. Scripts are running, you see, the scripts are running, and once it is done, once the node is released, you see, this is happening. Now let's see. You see, the scripts got run now. You see, there are no zero sessions, okay? Run zero sessions. Fine, done. Is also done. How to run the scripts in hub and node mode of Selenium Grid. But how to set up this hub and node in separate machines, where if you have nodes on a remote machines and all, how does it happen here? The commands will differ a bit. In the same machine, if you have to launch hub and node, will generally directly launch like this. But if you have to start nodes in different machines, okay, instead of launching node like this, okay, in the normal way, if there's a different machine on which, apart from this machine, if you have one more machine where you want to launch node, in this machine you launch a hub, right? Another machine which is connected to your machine, you want to make that other remote machine as the node machine. In that case, you have to provide the IP address of the node. So this is the command you have to do. I'll show you how to type the command for node. If the node is to be configured on a different machine apart from this machine where the hub is configured, then the command will differ a bit. Okay, so just see what I'm doing. Java -jar Selenium server 4.9. Till here it is same, na? .jar. Till here it is same. After that, this node is also same, but we should not stop here. We have to give the remaining things. Hyphen. This extra thing you have to give. Detect hyphen drivers true hyphen publish hyphen events, then TCP : // Here you have to give the IP address of the hub. Where is hub? Hub is running here. You see, where is hub running? This is hub only, right? This is a hub, and the hub is running here on this IP at 192.168.0. If this is a separate machine, this IP address will be IP address of that node machine will be different, and hub machine will be different. Anyhow, in the node machine, you have to give the IP address of the hub machine, that is 192.1. Wherever the hub is running, right, that IP address of that hub machine you have to give here, followed by then you have to say : 4442. Okay, you see here, okay, somehow 4442. I don't think so. We have to give 4442 there. Connecting to hub. Okay, so where is that hub? Started Selenium hub at 4444, right? Let's give 4444 only. 4444, what number? Or we should give that hyphen. Okay, you have to give 4442 only. Whatever that is there in the command, you give that. Hyphen subscribe hyphen events TCP : // Again, give the hub IP address 192.168.0.8 colon 4443. Here 4442 you give, here 4443 give, press enter. If this node is a different machine, in a different machine, then you have to give the IP address of the, in that node machine, we have to run this. Okay, in that node machine, you should copy all these files into that particular, along with having this in the hub machine also, copy this folder into the node machine. In that node machine, you have to launch this command prompt where you have to mention all this stuff. Okay, here we have to, while running this command, we have to mention the IP address of the hub machine where the hub is configured and set up. Started Selenium node, refresh here once. It's there. Okay, now run the scripts also. The script should work fine. With this process also, the script should run fine. Scripts are running fine, then we are good. Scripts are running. So there are two possibilities in hub and node mode. Instead of launching hub and node mode in same machine, there are two possibilities. Either you can, in hub and node mode, you can make the same machine as hub and node by launching it separately, or you can only launch hub in this machine, and in other machine you can launch the node. Okay, so the scripts have run, everything got executed successfully. Session 3 and all, refresh. That's all good. Fine. Next mode I'm going to demonstrate. This hub and node mode is also done. Standalone mode is also done. The next mode is distributed mode. The last mode for this session is distributed mode, which got introduced. The standalone mode and distributed mode are the new modes in latest version of Selenium Grid. Okay, so coming to the distributed mode, it's give you a lot of flexibility. Instead of launching hub only, hub is internally launching a lot of components, right? Here node is there, but apart from node, we have router, distributor, session map, session queue, and event bus in Selenium Grid latest version. Okay, but in this hub and node mode, all these components, subcomponents of hub are launched with a single command known as hub command. But here there is a flexibility in distributed mode where you can launch them separately. Okay, in this mode, we have to start all the components like router, distributor, etc. individually using separate commands. Instead of launching hub, and hub is actually launching all these multiple components individually, rather we have the flexibility of launching all these components separately one by one. Okay, we have to use this mode when we have a large size of grid. Okay, to set up. If you want more customization and more bigger complex setup is required, then we generally go for this distributed mode. Okay, this comes into place when there is a project where utmost care is should be taken with Selenium Grid in setting this component separately and all. If there is a requirement, we have to do that. Okay, let me show you how the Selenium this components. What are these components? What are the active? Why we need all these components and all? I'll explain now. You can close this. You can close this hub and node now because we are now moving into the distributed mode. If refresh, nothing will happen. Unable to reach or something will come. Site can't be. Now open this URL. You see, this is these are the different components we have in the latest Selenium Grid. These are the different components we have in the latest Selenium Grid. You see, there is no node is there. Apart from node, there are 5 other components, right? Router, session queue, distributor, session map, and event bus. These are part of the hub actually. But now we got the flexibility of not launching the hub as a whole. Rather, we have the flexibility of launching these individual components of the hub separately in distributed mode of Selenium Grid. Okay, there's something known as router, session queue, distributor, event bus, and session map in hub. Okay, and the nodes are the place where the scripts are going to run. The machines are devices where the scripts are going to run. Right there, we are going to launch nodes. And apart from that, we have these other components of Selenium Grid known as this thing session queue. Okay, when you run your automation scripts, right? When you start running your automation scripts, here the scripts need to be run on this node machines. Will go and wait here. Queue means they will wait in line. Okay, the script need to be run on these nodes. If there are a lot of scripts, right, they have to stand in line. One by one, they have to run on the nodes. Session queue is that one. Okay. Then what about distributor? The role of the distributor here, the scripts are waiting to be run on nodes. Okay, before running on the nodes, the scripts are waiting here. What is the role of the distributor? The role of the distributor is to pick the scripts which are waiting here for running on the nodes. From here, it will pick and it will distribute according to the available nodes. Okay, some nodes will be busy sometimes. Already some automation scripts are running on some nodes. Some nodes are in there no scripts are running on some nodes. Who will decide on which node this scripts need to run? Distributor will decide. Okay, distributor will collect the sessions which are in queue here in this session queue component, and distributor component will allocate some nodes where this automation scripts can run. Okay, that is the purpose of the distributor. And there is also something known as session map. Okay, there is some session map here. In the session map, the automation scripts which are waiting in queue, the IDs of this automation scripts which are waiting in queue, and the IDs of the nodes, which are available or whatever it is will be mapped here. Okay, the distributor will map the pending automation scripts to run with the nodes. Okay, and it will map here. This is just mapping. That's it. Okay, which scripts are going to run on which nodes. The mapping, whatever the mapping is, that will be maintained here. Now there's something known as event bus. A bus is what's the bus purpose? Transportation, right? If you want to go from one location to another, so bus will take care of the communication between all these things. Okay, all these components need to communicate with each other, right? That communication will be happening via bus. Okay, that communication. Something need to be stored here by distributor. Okay, event bus will be taken help to travel from here to here. Event bus will take that message or something. Okay, that is the purpose of the event bus. But who will direct the event bus to go in that particular direction? Router will do that. Okay, so session queue need to use this event bus to go to distributor. Okay, who will decide that? Router will decide on which path the event bus need to travel to communicate to make the communication happen between different components here. Okay, for session queue to go to distributor, event bus will just is a transport means, but direction will be given by router. Okay, in which direction it has to go from here to here or here to here. Who will decide? Router will decide. So these are the different components we have in Selenium Grid. Okay, nodes and hub. This part is hub, but hub is broken down into router, session queue, distributor, event bus, and Selenium map, session map components. Okay, so this is what is a if you have to understand distributed mode, you have to understand all these components. That's why I got you there. So fine. Now let's set up the Selenium Grid in distributed mode, where we are not going to just launch hub and node, but also in place of hub, we are going to launch all the different components of distributed mode. That is hub mode. Okay, hub thing. So fine, let's get started. So first, let's start the event bus. Okay, first component, that is this event bus. Let's start step by step. We have to do first start the event bus. already explained the purpose, right? Communication purpose only, transportation purpose. So we have to run like this. Go to that same folder where these files are available, cmd, and type the command here, java jar selenium server 4.9.0 jar Now give that event bus you give, okay? Which of launching hub, we are launching the components of hub separately. Okay, that flexibility is there in the latest version of Selenium Grid, event bus. And this is required in complex requirements and all. Okay, event bus will start now. We are not starting hub, rather one of the component of hub we started. Okay, started Selenium event bus at 192.168.0.10 and 0.108 at this port number 5557. Okay. The next one, what is the next one? After starting the one of the component, next component we are going to start the session map. Maps the session IDs of the running node sessions. Okay, whatever the this in this here, whatever the nodes, whatever the automation scripts in these nodes are running, right? That session IDs are mapped with this node IDs. Okay, in which node the scripts are running, we can identify that. Okay, so this session map you have to run. How to run the session map? Same thing. Here at the end, you have to say sessions. Sessions is a command. Okay, for running event bus, launching event bus, event bus, we have to launch. We have to provide sessions here. Okay. So here I'll write, I'll again go to the same folder. I should not touch this. Rather, I have to launch a new command prompt and type java jar selenium server 4.9.0 space sessions. For session map, we have to say sessions. Okay. Started session map. You see, session map started 0.108.5556. Port number. Done. Next one. After the session map, we have to start session queue. Adds a new session request to a queue. Okay. This queue will be processed by distributor later. Okay. The automation scripts that need to be run on the nodes will be waiting in the session queue, as you know. Okay. Distributor will collect the automation scripts from the session queue and run them on the nodes and direct them to the nodes. So to run the session queue, we have to give session queue command like this. Again, go to this folder and type cmd, and once prompt will open, write java jar selenium server 4.9.0 space session queue. Whatever, just let's see. Session queue is session queue. Press enter. Third component of the hub we are running separately. Started Selenium queue at this 192.168.0.15559 port number. Okay, that's good. Next one is distributor. Nodes registered to this distributor. Okay, so distributor checks nodes are registered to the distributor, and the distributor will check the session queue to see how many automation scripts are still in pending mode. And since the nodes are registered to the distributor knows that which nodes are kind of you know, have the slots available for running this pending automation scripts, and accordingly it will allocate the scripts to run on that particular available nodes. Okay, so that is the role of the distributor, as I already covered. Now how to run this? This command is a bit different. Okay, so go to this and type cmd. Just carefully type this command. It's kind of different when compared to the previous ones. So here we need additional things. Java jar selenium server 4.9.0 jar space distributor sessions. Here you are connecting distributor to the sessions. Okay, that is session map or whatever it is. Okay, sessions means session map, right? Hyphen sessions, where the sessions are running. Session map is running 192.168.0. something is. Let's find it out where the session map is running. This session map is running at 192.168.0.108.5556. So give that. How to give that? http://192.168.0.108:5556, I guess. Let's confirm that again. Is it same? Session map at 0.5556 only. That's correct. We gave correct thing. Space. Now give session queue. After session map, give session queue. Hyphen session session queue, UE. Where is the session queue running? Let's find it out. This is session queue running at same 5459. This is okay. Here 5456, here 559, but IP address is same. One with different port number it is running. So, okay, 192.168.0.108:5559 it is running present. Okay, still there's a problem, right? I should not be doing this. Okay, let me run this again. The command is not complete. You see, I was very fast. Here, hyphen bind bus false. Okay, like that you have to write. That thing I didn't mention. Hyphen bind hyphen bus. Let's see. Hyphen bind hyphen bus false. Finally, false I have to give. Space false. I am correct. Yes. Now run this again. Press enter. Let's see whether it will run or not this time. Start that Selenium distributor at this 192.168.0.5453 port number. Okay. Then router. Next one is a router. Redirects the request to the correct components. You see, event bus will only transportation in which way the transportation should be happen between which components the transportation should be happening will be decided by router. Router also has a big command. So let's go and type the command. Big command for router. Type cmd. And here, see what's happening. Write down Java -jar Selenium server 4.9.0 space router hyphen. You're launching the router, but this router need to be connected with the session signed distributor here. Okay, the sessions distributor and such three things, three components I have to mention. Okay, where these three components are running. First sessions component is anyhow running on the same 5456 port number, so we already know that. I'll give hyphen session set HTTP://192.168.0.108:5556. Okay, first one is 5556 space. Where is the distributor running? Hyphen. Next one is distributor HTTP:// Let's find it out. Previous one was distributor only, right? So it is running at the same, but 5553 port number. So give that 192.168.0.108:5553, I guess. 5553 done. That is also done. Space. After that, sessions queue. Okay. Session queue is running at 5559 port number, so we can easily give that hyphen session queue space HTTP://192.168.0.108:5559. That's it. So this is a router command. Press enter. Let's see what will happen. Router should launch, should start. So instead of launching hub is the single command, in this distributed mode, we are able to launch hub by launching this individual component separately one by one. Okay, till router we have to launch this many command prompts. You see, for every component we opened one command prompt to start. Okay, to start the components. Now go here and refresh here and see you're getting the hub, but node will not be there. There is no node registered yet to this hub and all, to this grid and all. So finally we have to launch node. The node, you already know the command for node, right? There is simply add node here. You already know how to start node in different machine with IP address of that remote. From that remote machine, we have to give the IP address of the hub machine. Okay. Since I don't have multiple machines, this already I covered as part of hub and node, the same concept. So I'll start the node in the same machine. Okay. You can try this in different machine by yourself. Okay. So starting node in same machine. So how to do that? Simple. Type cmd and write down here Java -jar Selenium server 4.9.0, the version that I'm using. So whatever the version that is available at this moment when I'm recording this session is this one, and space node you have to say press enter. That's it. The node will start. we have now set up the Selenium Grid in which mode? Distributed mode. This is the way to set up Selenium Grid in third mode, that is distributed mode. And now here refresh. See, node already came. Now let's run the script to see whether our scripts are running in the Selenium Grid nodes which are set up in distributed mode. So I'll just run the same command, test.py. If the scripts are running on the node, then we are good. Okay. Let the script start. The scripts are starting. You can also see here, it got occupied. That means they are running. So with this, the scripts anyhow will be running. So these are the three modes in the latest version of Selenium Grid, that is standalone, hub and node, distributed mode. In the older version, we used to have only one mode, that is hub and node mode. But now in the latest version of Selenium Grid, we have these three modes and we should learn, okay, or we should have the knowledge of understanding, okay. So how to run the scripts on different modes, okay, on the Selenium Grid setup, which is set up in different type of modes. So all the concepts of Selenium Grid I covered, but in real time, how do we use this Selenium Grid? Selenium Grid only will distribute the automation scripts. But what is the advantage? Only distributing of the automation scripts. Okay, I'll tell you more after the scripts run, right? You see how all the scripts got run. Now everything is fine. So now let me explain one thing. That is, here, let me explain. So why Selenium Grid is required? You know the purpose of Selenium Grid. The use of Selenium Grid is to distribute the automation scripts to run in multiple machines. Okay. So Selenium Grid will, with the help of hub, right? Selenium Grid will distribute the automation scripts across multiple node machines which are connected to the original machine, that is hub machine. So because of that, this instead of your scripts running on a single machine, because of the Selenium Grid, if there are, these are the different machines, let's say, okay, which are connected to this machine. If you set up Selenium Grid, right, your scripts will, instead of the scripts running only in this machine, the scripts will go and run in this machine, this machine, this machine, this machine, this machine. But what is the advantage of running the scripts, distributing the scripts and running on multiple machines? So there are two advantages. Sometimes you have to run your scripts on different machines, like for example, Linux machine you want to run, cross machines you want to run. Okay, so in Linux machine, Mac machine you want to run, so some mobile device you want to run, Android device, iPhone device, like the different type of Windows machine you want to run. That is one purpose that will be achieved with the help of distribution of the automation scripts. Other purpose is to save the time. Okay, to save time. So if the scripts are running only in a single machine, the scripts are only running in a single machine. Okay, so there is no possibility of saving time. But what if I distribute the scripts across multiple machines? Will the time save? No, still the time will not be saved because only one script will be distributed in one machine, and after that is completed, another script will run on another machine. But at a time, only one script is running. Does it save time? No. With Selenium Grid, saving of time is not possible. Only distribution of the automation scripts across multiple machines is possible with the help of Selenium Grid. But Selenium Grid is still not able to save the time. But if I add Selenium Grid with the parallel execution, if I attach PyTest, in PyTest we have the parallel execution capability, right? Parallel running of the tests. Okay, Selenium Grid parallel execution, what will happen? Your scripts will distribute across multiple machines, and while this one script is running in this machine, another script will run here. While these two scripts are running here, all the machines will be occupied. Instead of one script running one by one, at a time, if you have 5 machines, 5 scripts will run at a time. Okay, in different machines, one script will run. So why can't I run all the scripts in a single machine? Why I have to distribute the automation scripts across multiple machines? If I can still use PyTest parallel execution in single machine. Okay, when these multiple machines are not there, I can use PyTest parallel execution in a single machine. But the problem is the performance. Okay, the system will slow down your scripts. If you are running all your scripts parallelly in a single machine, okay, that will consume a lot of CPU and RAM and all the stuff, and your scripts will run very slow. So that's the reason. The idea is that with the help of Selenium Grid, we are going to distribute the automation scripts across multiple machines, and on the top of that, we'll apply parallel execution so that the scripts, only single scripts will be running on multiple machines, so not more than 2 parallel kind of things will run in every machine without degrading the performance of these machines. And at a time, the scripts will run, right, without impacting the performance of this machine. This script is running in a different machine. So this combination, Selenium Grid and PyTest parallel execution, right, will save the time. Okay, Selenium Grid will distribute the test. Selenium Grid is to distribute the test across multiple machines, whereas PyTest parallel execution for parallel execution. Okay. Selenium Grid will not enable the parallel execution, but Selenium Grid has to take the help of PyTest parallel execution. Okay. So here we have one package to be installed, right? Okay. So I'll give you the details here. If you remember, as part of the PyTest series, I covered that parallel execution. For that, we have to install this PyTest exist package. Okay. Pip install PyTest exist, and then in the command when you're running the scripts, mention this -n space 3. Okay. So in that case, Selenium Grid is going to distribute the automation scripts, and this parallel execution enabled with the help of PyTest exist will run them in parallel. That's the concept. So what I will do here is, let's see, I'll select this project, click on File, Settings. And after going to the settings, I'll select this project again, Python interpreter, and see whether the package is already there here or not. PyTest exist package. PyTest exist is there here. I don't see here. So let me install this. Click on this place and say PyTest -x test. Okay, this came here. Install it. Without installing it, we cannot run the scripts, PyTest scripts in parallel mode. Okay. By default, PyTest doesn't have the capability. We have to install this package known as PyTest exists to enable the parallel execution. Okay, to make the parallel execution possible. Okay. So now, not only that, in the command line, whenever you are typing the commands, right? CLS, press enter. And here, while typing the command, after typing this PyTest and all those stuff, give space and run this command. -n. Already the grid things are launched. Okay, Selenium Grid is still there. Refresh here. You see node is also there. On this node, I'm going to run the scripts in a parallel way. Okay. At a time, 3 scripts you need to run. At a time, I want to run 3 scripts. So I'll say -n space 3. Okay. Press enter. 3 scripts need to run parallelly. You see, 1, 2, 3 scripts are going to run parallelly. You see, observe this, what's going to happen here. The 3 scripts are running parallelly here. Don't know what's happening here. You see, 3 are running parallel at a time. 1, 2, 3 are running. Okay. On the node machine, 3 scripts are running parallelly. Let's see whether the scripts are running parallelly or not. You see, definitely if you're running the scripts on a single machine, that will degrade the performance. Okay. Same thing, we got the output and all the scripts got executed completely and everything is fine. Go to the overview, you see, all the sessions are done. So this is how we can run the scripts in a parallel way. Okay. Selenium Grid will only distribute the automation scripts across multiple nodes. I cannot practically show all the stuff here because I only have one machine with me. So imagine that in real time, you will have multiple machines where you launch hub in one machine and nodes in other machines. Okay. Either you can launch hub at a go using the hub command, or you can set up hub in your hub machine by launching the different components of the hub. That's up to you. But in multiple node machines, other machines where you want to run the scripts, you have to launch node everywhere. Okay, you have to launch the node everywhere, and that node to be connected to the hub back. And now when you run your automation scripts, this hub will take care of distributing this automation scripts across multiple machines, and the scripts will run there. And if you want the scripts to run parallelly on at a time, one script is running on one node machine, another machine, if you want to run another script parallelly, then you have to enable this parallel execution by installing this package, PyTest exist package, and by mentioning this command -n, how many instances and all those stuff. Okay, with this parallel execution will be enabled. Okay, PyTest will enable the parallel execution, whereas Selenium Grid will distribute the automation scripts across multiple machines. So hope guys you understood about Selenium Grid in a detailed manner in this session. Okay, it's a very detailed series. I can understand. Okay, this is what is Selenium Grid, and that too with the latest version of Selenium Grid I covered in this session. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.